Hey, my friend, welcome back to Money Mission number 8, F.I.D. offers. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a concept called the value ladder? There's a good chance you have, right? A lot of internet marketers, people like Russell Brunson, he kind of popularized the term value ladder, but it's been around for eons. And this idea is that when you get a brand new shiny customer, we want to, over time, ascend them up the ladder. They might buy, a $1 widget today, but then they buy a $5 thing tomorrow and a $100 thing later, and then they buy the really expensive thing 2 years from now. There's this idea of increasing the lifetime value of a customer, and one of the best ways to grow your business that tons of small businesses don't even try to do is to create a good F.I.D. offer. F.I.D. is an acronym for foot in the door offer. I heard a story one time of a kid that was trying to get into Harvard University. So he sent the dean a box with one shoe in it with a note that said, hey, I'm just trying to get my foot in the door, right? Like, we don't have to sell your customer your super expensive thing first. You can, but another strategy that you might want to test out that could be really effective is, how do we create a lower cost, irresistible, break the ice kind of initial offer that's hard to say no to? Is if you're a cleaning company and maybe you clean windows, for example, can you go clean 3 windows for $20 or something? Or, normally it's $100, but it's 90% off this week only, limited to 20 people. Things like that would constitute an F.I.D. offer. Now, is that a good idea or a bad idea? We don't really know. It depends. It depends on a whole bunch of stuff. Number one, do the people want that thing, right? Assuming they do, maybe none of them hire you for the rest of your stuff. Well, then it would be bad. So, like all marketing, it's art and science. But I'll give you some examples of some F.I.D. offers that crush. A friend of mine built a $10 million pest control company, and the only thing he did was give away 1 free treatment of pest control. And this isn't unique to him. This is a common strategy in pest control, is give people a taste test, give them a sample. Drug dealers have this business model. They have a foot in the door offer where they give you a free sample and then they got you hooked for 20 years. That's a terrible example, but the principle is still true. We want sometimes people to give us a lot of money, so then we show them how awesome we are. What if you could show them how awesome you were up front and then attach a choreographed strategy to it to pull them up your value ladder, and we can get that working? Because once you get it working, you have an infinity license to print money. You can scale and grow your business like crazy. This is why huge companies like Stanley Steamer will have, the free carpet cleaning for 1 room or whatever. They know that, 7 out of 10 of those people are going to buy nothing. But they also have a system in place of upselling and ascending people that to the other 3, where the economics of that all make sense and work out, and it's worth it. So they were able to scale all over the nation. So we want something like that. And here's another way to think of an F.I.D. offer. On my notes here, we have this little quote. It says, the thing that sells the thing. This is true in internet marketing, but it's also true in all marketing, that we don't always have to actually sell our thing. Sometimes it's easier to sell the thing that sells the thing, right? I'll give you an example. Let's say I want someone to buy a $1,000 course from me on the internet. Well, I can say, hey, my name's Josh. You want to buy a $1,000 course, right? Or I can say, hey, my name's Josh. And did you know that there's 3 things that have been missing from your marketing that are worth a minimum of 5 figures? They take less than 24 hours to fix, and I'm going to show you what they are for free. Just pop in your email, and I'll send you the report that explains these 3 things, right? Now, I just made that up off the top of my head, but that would be an example of a foot in the door offer on the internet, where I can build an initial little bit of trust. They can see me demonstrate expertise, and then gradually over time, maybe they buy the thing. The same thing can be true for a restaurant. It could be true for a service company, a cleaning company, any kind of local business. If you have a restaurant, maybe we give away a free piece of cornbread or something, right? If your cornbread is amazing, what do you think is going to happen after they eat the cornbread? Well, they're at least going to buy something to drink to wash it down, right? We need not be so scared of testing out free or low-cost initial offers, as long as we understand that when we're doing the free and low-cost part of it, we have a strategy, a script, a way to offer the next thing. So if you look at the value ladder, the next thing will be like your core offer. You're just your normal service. And we want to sell that to them. And some will and some won't. So what? Next, move on. Who's next, right? But then after your core, we want to cross-sell them and resell them and send them email campaigns and rainmaker campaigns and things like that. And then a portion of those people might buy your super high-ticket, fancy-pantsy thing, whatever that is, because you should create one, right? We've talked about that in some of the money missions. So Dan Kennedy is pictured here. He's this grumpy old man who's a legendary marketer. And he famously says that the goal of making a sale is not to make a sale. The goal is not to make a sale, is to acquire a customer. This is a good little quote to put in your back pocket. Like, the purpose of you making a sale is not to get money. The purpose of you making any sale is to get a customer. Because a customer is something that keeps giving you money. It's like an apple tree, and it keeps producing apple. It's not $1 that you're going to spend. It's an apple tree that's going to keep making you apples, and it's a way of reframing your brain. He also goes on to say that whoever spends the most to acquire a customer wins, which is also counterintuitive. What you'll find with a lot of success principles is that they're simpler than you thought, and sometimes they're totally counterintuitive. You would think, well, I want to be a responsible business owner. I should lower my marketing expense. But that is a death sentence to your company in the long run. Instead, what we want to do, and what Dan means by this quote, whoever can spend the most to acquire a customer wins, what he means is we need to think as business owners, how do we make our customer or our apple tree more valuable to us? How do we make the customer worth so much more that I can spend more per customer than any of my competition? And that's why these high ticket offers, the decoy offers, using rainmaker campaigns to increase the frequency, using a foot in the door offer so that 10 times more people come in and taste test and sample your stuff. It's the combination of this way of thinking that changes the economics of your business completely. You know, your competitors might have a $500 average ticket doing the same thing you do. But if we have a strong foot in the door offer and an ascension strategy, and then we resell and cross-sell more often, and then we have a high ticket thing back here, the total average value of a customer for us could be 3 or 4 times higher than this guy's. And what does that mean? It means that we can spend so much more marketing that they can't. They can't compete anymore. And this is how this game is played. Now, in the bottom right, I put a little arrow that says evil venture capital guy, and it's pointing to this evil-looking businessman. Here's the thing. When you see big companies like Amazon or these publicly backed, these VC-backed giant behemoth tech companies, sometimes small business owners get a chip on their shoulder, and kind of for good reason, right? Because they're playing by totally different rules than you. You can't play the game like Amazon plays the game. They get to cheat. They literally get to kind of cheat. But there is a reason why they do it the way they do it. You know, there's this idea or this phrase used in venture capital. It's called cash burn. Now, as a small business owner, you cannot play the game of cash burn. That's like not a thing, okay? You'll go bankrupt and you do not pass go and you go to jail. No, you don't go to jail. Big companies will actually spend so much money on customer acquisition that they're losing money the whole time and they don't even care. And when they run out of money, what do? They just go raise more venture capital money and they acquire more customers and they don't care. And they do it again and they do it again. Amazon did this for decades. They didn't make a profit for like ever. Why? Because they knew that the back end value of what they were building was so big that it didn't matter that they're burning cash in the front. So the takeaway here is not for you to waste all your money doing harebrained marketing. That's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is we need to understand that professionals focus on the back end and amateurs focus on the front end. And amateurs are saying, how do I spend less on marketing? And professionals are saying, how do I make my customers worth more? How do I get more customers for cheaper, but also make them worth more? And that's what a good foot in the door offer can do for you. What's an aggressive introductory offer that's so juicy that people have no chance but to say yes? What is that for you? How do you make something so aggressive that it makes you uncomfortable? And then test it. Test it with 10 customers. Test it with 20. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You'll learn. That's it. And that's not bad because marketing is a constant game of learning and iteration and being creative, right? So here's what I'd love for you to do. I'd love for you to ask yourself, what is good bait? What's your bait? I'll give you a hint. Your bait is your foot in the door offer. If I have dirty windows and I see an offer come across my Facebook feed, or I get a postcard or a flyer on my door and the offer is we'll clean 10 windows for $97, I think that's pretty awesome. Or maybe it's $47, limited to this neighborhood only, limited time only. That's pretty good bait, right? And then ask yourself, for your business with your industry, what would the good bait be? And then figure out how you would upsell them, because the whole key isn't to sell $40 cleanings. The key is to sell $40 cleanings and then do the cleaning so well, choreograph the experience so good that they want you to do all the rest of the other things, right? Or they're going to get on a reoccurring schedule. They're going to refer 3 people. They're going to let you take a picture with them and post it on social media as a review. They're going to make a review and tag your company in it on social media. There's 100 ways to extract more value from that foot in the door offer. You just got to get creative with it. So I'm excited to see what you come up with in your battle groups, working with your battle buddies. And that's it. We'll see you in the next Money Mission. Bye-bye.